These guys have been waiting for this moment since December 2023. F2's return to RPL. We had a little dark period for a little bit for 6 months, but it is time to be back in the car and be back for racing. Welcome along, folks, to the 19th season of RPL Formula 2. I'm your commentator, Ryan Searles, and alongside me in a little bit will be Eggles07, the Season 10 champion of this tier. As for this tier as a whole, let's tell you about it. We have a 10-race calendar among us, and you know what? It is time to get things kicked off for RPL F2's return. We have lots of things to go over. The first thing, the calendar. We start in Spain this season. That's the first time we've ever done that for RPL F2, but quite a famous track. We've had quite famous season openers. We'll talk about that in a little bit. As for our whole calendar, you go from Spain to Imola, Austria, Britain, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, back to Texas, which we've not been there in quite a few seasons, Las Vegas, Brazil, same thing can be said there. We've not been there in quite a bit. And Singapore we end off with for the first time in RPL F2 history. Not only do we end off there for the first time in F2 history, but we go back there for the second time under the new fresh circuit that has been reprofiled. So we shall see how that ends up being for the drivers. Either way, it's just time to send out the stream link. As for our drivers, we have a lot of drivers making their debut. And there's going to be quite a few names to talk about ahead of tonight's event. We have the driver lineup consisting of the following: High Tech, Jordan and Wavy, Dams, Minico and Valk. Minico making his RPL F2 debut. He's raced in RPL before, though. Carlin, full of metal and Griffiths. Virtuosi have Tadpole and FBL. ART have Josh 433 making his debut, and same with Optical making a debut. F2 debut for him. Josh RPL debut. PHM have George. Prema have Gagi and Titan. Campos have JTK and JNT. VAR have Polo God and Seven Sevens. And Trident have Skither and Jack. This is going to be a fun grid for tonight's event. And let's talk about the last time we were racing in RPL F2. Season 18 Bahrain, the last ever race of this tier at the time. We had a photo finish in the sprint between Reese Dainty and Skither. And then Bourbon Boy, the F2 champion, won the feature race. Something else to mention about the circuit is the last time we were here in Spain, I got my only podium, and Trat Racer won his first race. The season before that, RPL Titan Iron returned to the podium. Spain has been full of a bunch of shocking moments, crazy moments, and thrilling spills to the RPL F2 seasons. Do we see another one shock the field tonight? We'll have to find out. In terms of our Tier 2 and Tier 3 winners so far this weekend, then we'll get Egg in here after that. We've got Rapid Owen who got pole in Tier 3 and Invade who won in Tier 3. Both Ferrari drivers right there. And you had Tadpole win from pole in Tier 2 for Ferrari. Ferrari have had quite the good weekend so far, to say the least. With 2 wins to their name and 2 poles to their name. But their young driver academy, what can they do? Skither in the Trident, Jack in the Trident, Gagi in the Prema, RPL Titan Iron in the Prema. 2 very strong teams in RPL's history, especially Prema having many Constructors' Championships. So let's get Egg in here for the event, our co-commentator, Eggles. He won the Season 10 F2 Championship, and he's going to be our co-com for tonight's event. Other drivers making their debut as reserves, by the way, would include Ricochet. Ricochet 040, I've league raced with him before. So have drivers like Sam Steed, Polo God. They've raced him before, and they know what he races like, so they know what to expect, but these other drivers do not. So, with him making his RPL debut tonight, in league racing return for the first time in 3 years, lots of expectations for the PHM driver, as he's the only PHM driver in this lobby. Let me check chat just to make sure we've got everything sorted. Looks like we do just about. Just have to get Egg in here, and that will be it. We mentioned the Tier 3 and Tier 2 winners, but one other thing we should mention that we did not talk about is the format for F2. It is the same as always, one-shot qualifying and a sprint race, which is reverse grid, then the feature race from the qualifying order. Remember, pole position is 4 points, I believe. It's either 2 or 4. 4 photo finishes tonight? I don't think we can top what we had last night. Yeah, we had 3 photo finishes in the Tier 2 race coming to the line. So, 3 less drivers in Tier 2, so you're going to have quite a lot happen if you want 4 photo finishes. But, yeah. Egg. Where is Egg? Let's get Egg in here. I've tried already. And there he is, the Season 10 F2 champion. Welcome along, Egg. Good to have you.
Hello. Looking forward to this one. We've got a very interestingly stacked grid. A few drivers that haven't been here previously.
Make sure you include your audio. I think you don't have it included.
No, I didn't do that. Yeah, could be a good one.
All right, you got included now. Thank you, by the way.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, it shall be interesting. And you know what? You're a previous pole sitter of F2 during your championship season. You had sat on pole multiple times. I have the list right in front of me. I was doing this stat for all the F2 guys just last night and the night before. In your championship season in Season 10, if I'm correct, you sat on pole 4 different times during your championship season, during the 10 race season. 10 different times you could take pole. We have a 10 race season this season, Egg. Heading into this qualifying session as we're about to ready up very soon. How crucial will it be for these guys to take pole position and those 2 extra points?
For me, it's not actually about the 2 extra points. It's about the feature race is where all the big points are.
Very true.
And if you're starting on the front row or on the front 2 rows, anywhere up there, top 3, top 4, you have a chance of taking home 25 points, and that will really help you across the whole championship. So.
Just want to mention as well, we mentioned this last night for Tier 2, and we can't go without mentioning it enough, especially because of this tier specifically with his legacy in it early on. A vice champion twice, and on the F2 podium in terms of the championship 3 different times, Polo God. He is returning tonight. He made his return in Tier 2, but his F2 return, first full-time in quite a few seasons, quite a lot of ways back. I want to say back to Season 12 being the last time. As for his last race, Hungary of Season 17, the 2nd round. His last pole position, though, speaking of pole positions, goes all the way back to Season 6 in Round 6, Austria, 13 seasons ago in this tier. And in this race, 13 seasons ago, Polo God took pole, swept the sprint race, and swept the feature race. And I believe, if I'm correct, I think Jack almost did that once quite a few seasons ago in Spain. He's won here for Virtuosi and ART, and now he's in the Trident. So lots of drivers with quite a bit of experience around the circuit, and it's a home race for Jordan.
Yes, as I'm just telling the lobbies are ready up, because I think it's still my job. I'm the lobby host today, despite not racing. But anyway, they are going to go now. Oh shit!
Who left?
Not shit.
Polo God.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
Let's get Polo back in here. You will need a
I'll be absolute
Very
tears
quick
if he can't qualify.
invite.
I'm ready, I'm ready. Stop it! He's not going to make it.
He's got 10 seconds.
No, he's not going to make it. And even if he does make it, he's not going to get in a car. Right, so he's in qualifying. Good to know.
Polo God can't get in, but Metal did just last moment. Huh. Let's see what's being said in the driver's chat with that being said. One shot qualifying ahead of us, by the way. And let's see what happens for this. We'll try to run on board with the first two guys. Probably Egg with the second guy, me with the first guy, kind of figuring out who will be where in this qualifying session. The strategy for the sprint race, you simply just want to end up getting to the end on your tires. You're not going to pit at all in the sprint race. Feature race you will. You want to have fresh sets for then. And apparently it's a wet feature according to the drivers. That is going to be crazy. Oh my goodness.
I think tyre wear in the sprint could be an issue. The same as Qatar, there's a lot of really high-speed right-handers, and that will punish the front left more than anything. And the front left was the tyre that had loads of punches on in Qatar in pre-season, so could see some punches, and that would add extra spice. So. But wet feet as well, that is saucy.
Very true. And something else we're going to have to watch out for as well, Egg, is a lot of the drivers we're talking about ahead of tonight's event, and this was a common thing in F2 cars, even before the patch, rear sliding, rear locking, rear sliding. Drivers have to manage that very well. You're going to have to be very, very careful on the brakes. You're going to be very careful on the trail braking. Remember, no ERS with these cars, but DRS gets enabled lap 3. Qualifying is about to get underway, and this shall be an interesting one from a lot of drivers like Josh, Ricochet, Optical, Minico making their F2 debuts, some making RPL debuts as a whole. But as we head into turn 1, it looks to be Josh, Skither, Minico, Tadpole, and maybe Jack in the thick of things. But Jack is back there, especially considering he won the preseason event just last week. That is not good that he's this far back as we head to Sector 2.
Jack did approximately no laps of practice before. Well, he did laps, but he didn't do any laps like right before the event. So he won't really be on the pace, I don't think. As with RPL Titan 9 and P10, absolutely heroic stuff from him. What's Skit's doing up front, though?
Skither versus Minico. Skither has quite the experience around this circuit. Last time we were here that he was racing, season 17, he ended up having good pace but could never translate it to a good result, and he's now at a 57.8 fast in Sector 1 and Sector 2. But his problem that he was saying on time trial when practicing for this race is that he could not hook up Sector 3. So Minico, Tadpole, and Josh 433, they're right there to challenge. Ricochet and Optical both retired from this session. They'll start at the back in both races. But as we come out of the final corner, in RPL F2's return, the pole sitter is going to be Skither. And he has done it for Trident. Minico, Josh 433, Tadpole, and Jordan round out the top 5. Quite a close field all the way from 3rd to 9th. That is almighty close.
Yes, Tadpole had a major bottle in the final corner, and it cost him P3. But yeah, very close at the top. At miles, they're disappointing, but we let it slide. Blue Goggy up in P8. Get in there, Jan. He'll be on wait, what is reverse grid pole? Is it P8 or P10?
P10, Jack Miles on pole position.
Okay.
And then it will be the two Premas up there. That will be quite a scary sight. Can RPL Tire 9 return to the podium at the track he last got it? Well, we'll see. Skither gets his first pole position since season 17, round 9, Saudi Arabia, the race he won the championship. Then you got Minico, Josh on debut, Tadpole, Jordan returning, JTK, Wavy, Goggy, Titan, and Jack. Some disappointing qualifyings there from Optical and Ricochet retiring, hoping to have better in their RPL F2 debuts.
How many F2 champions do we have in this current field?
Okay, so in terms of the grid itself, not the grid in the lobby, you got Griffiths. He's not racing. You have Skither. He's a 2-time champ, and Jack, who's a 1-time champ, won the Season 8 championship, I believe. So, in terms of this field, Jack and Skither, I believe, both teammates.
Strong lineup there for Trident, is it? I think it's Trident.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those two. So that's we want to look out for. You have one of them starting P10 and one of them starting P1, which is the opposite of where they qualified, which is
10
interesting.
seconds.
But it's going to be absolutely scintillating with Titan and Goggy and Jack into turn one. I cannot wait.
We saw the sprint race last season have some chaos at the front of the field. It separated the field, and it allowed quite the interesting podium. 5 red lights come on for RPL F2's return, and it's lights out in Season 19, and it's a scintillating start from Blue Goggy, who's got quite a good start, getting in the slipstream of Jack. Titan is all over a bunch of cars right here, getting almost swarmed here for 3rd place. JTK in his full-time RPL debut here is now on the back of him, and a really clean start. I think Polo got Ricochet and Optical, though, losing a bit of time at the back of the field. They might be okay. However, 4th place, it's a battle. JTK versus Jordan. Jordan has multiple F2 wins, but right now is getting loose. Oh, we have a car going around. That's a few of them. Skither is one. Valkyrie is one. She's facing the wrong way. Ricochet had something happen there at turn 3, but big trouble. And SLR Metal spin it with a penalty. More trouble.
Oh god, the pole sitter is that in P15 and it's absolute chaos. Bedlam. Oh my god, FPL spun. And it's absolute carnage.
Somehow,
and all of this,
he kept it straight.
yeah, in all of this, Miniko's somehow managed to stay alive. He was right in the middle of it. And he's not dead. As
more
that's
collisions.
JTK.
JTK is down the
dead.
order, but Wavy Knife is one who got collected there in the melee at turn 11.
Absolute scintillating lap one. And if that's anything to go by, but here we go for, oh my god, for P4.
3 wide, down the main straight. RPL Titan Iron trying to hang on. Tadpole and Jordan and Josh trying to take advantage. Tadpole down the inside, and Tadpole gonna remain alongside.
No.
But RPL Titan Iron slides and almost stays ahead.
Josh was completely boxed in and he ended up getting running into the back of Titan in turn 2. That's not good for him. Tadpole up into P3, Jordan P4, Minico here, P5, he has a snap, oh my god, Titan!
Titan getting swarmed up, but at least still in the fight. Yellow flags further on back. That is for FBL, who's hit more trouble in this race. Blue Goggy is within DRS of the race lead right now. This is scintillating stuff from the Malta driver. We've not had a Malta driver win an RPL F2 since Battlehawk did all those seasons ago. But right now, good start from Minico, 4 places. Jordan 2, 4 places for Tadpole. A place for Josh, 6 for Invade, and a big slide from Jordan. That is a troubling spot there, turn 11 on the brakes, and it's hit again. Polo got around. Polo got his lost time.
Contact.
I think he's in the wrong car, though, because of joining late from Wi-Fi connection issues. But it's a massive train here, Mr. Egg, for P4.
Yes, it's, Jordan and Minico made contact through the long right-hander in the final sector. Or one of the long right-handers in the final sector, and Minico isn't close enough for a move here. I just wanted to go back to Blue Goggy and his nationality. I want to see official documentation to say he's actually Maltese.
He's not.
Before we, yeah, there you go.
Oh, Jordan!
Right, so,
Big moment at turn 3, and he somehow hangs on to the car to not go around, but he is back to 9th place, and that's outside the points for the sprint race as he tries to go on metal now to get the place back. That is so wild how he was able to remain straight. Oh!
Gets right on the back of this train now. Can he make his way through and still score some points after being ploughed into turn 5 on the opening lap?
Well,
oh my god, he's going to go for an invade through the right-hander, turn 10. Oh!
And up in front of that,
sorry.
Josh and Minico. Josh, in his RPL debut, pulls off a dive bomb. Minico with the cutback. Minico trying to go through, cannot do so, but he has Titan for company right behind if there is a mistake there. Invade on the back of Skither. And yellow flags, that is for Wavy. Ricochet with a penalty, and now DRS will be enabled, but it's all kicking off. Minico cannot get through there. Blue Goggy, DRS in the race lead as Tadpole sets the fastest lap. Blue Goggy, will he go for a balls deep shot? He looks, but he won't do it. Wow.
This is all helping Tadpole catch up a bit, and he's also gapped the cars behind now. So Tadpole might be able. He had showed good pace in pre-season in Qatar, so he might be able to.
RPL
Ooh.
Titan Iron gets squeezed out and through momentarily was JTK.
They're all getting loosey-goosey now in this big train. It's allowed Minico to run away a little bit. JTK, can he slip down inside here? Maybe, perhaps, perchance. Oh, he's going to have to go the long way round. No. Oh,
will it be the
Josh has gone
cutback?
deep.
The switcheroo on the Virtuosi. Can it be pulled off? No. Sorry, the ART, I think.
Ricochet has spun again.
ART.
Ricochet spun again.
Look too similar. Yeah, Ricochet around, Wavy around. It is not going good for those guys in their
I can
races.
smell a skid dive bomb. I can smell a skid dive bomb.
Yep,
Into
yep.
turn
Here we
10.
go.
Oh my god, contact. What is going on?
Well, they're all
I just
squirming
absolute
around
Carnage.
right up in front of them. 3 wide for a moment. 3 wide. Metal and Jordan try to put their noses right in there, and contact between Titan and JTK unsettles their cars, and this is all a mess right in front of these cars battling in collision. Optical and Polo God both hit trouble. FBL's with Valkyrie, but it's a 6-car gaggle down the main straight. JTK, Titan Iron, and Skither, 3 abreast.
It's around the outside. JTK hold it into turn 2. Titan, oh my god, Titan's coming back as Skits. Contact! Oh, Skits, that's disgusting.
Whoa, that was a major, major pinch, and it's unsettled Titan once again. He's gonna lose 2 places, maybe 3 in the process. He's got all the Red Bull livery cars right around him. And Wavy Knife, the first retirement from this race.
Titan and Jordan into turn 5. Titan's dive bomb. Scintillating.
Late on the brakes. He somehow got it stopped in time, but couldn't get through, and now he's trying to switch back, but can't do it. This battling, costing them guys, and Josh around. Josh was having such a good one, and he's spinning again.
He's dead. I don't know how Skits has recovered to P6 as well. This is scintillating stuff, and it looks like he could get JTK here soonish. He's close. They're still squawking around behind him. Titan and Jordan, but I think it's all going to settle down soon, hopefully.
Wavy not too happy with the incident on lap 1, saying everybody sent it into each other, and I would agree that was a bit unnecessary on lap 1. But Blue Goggy is within striking distance of our race lead, and he's gonna send a look, but he won't go for it on Jack Miles. Blue Goggy trying to become the 75th different F2 winner tonight, and right now Jordan and Invade are the 2 places that are swapping on the main straight. Titan almost closed up into the back of Invade and ran into him. He was so close to running into him. Just luckily didn't.
Do you know how Medal got a 10-second penalty? Because he hasn't made a stop, so...
I want to say it was maybe for gaining a place. I can look. All of our battles...
Oh, illegal overtake, yeah.
Optical back there. Yeah. Let me see. Metal. Legal overtake. That was from the incidents, I want to say, in lap 1 that all got everybody all scattered.
So it's all sort of spreading out a bit now, but oh.
Optical, big wiggle there. That's what happened. We're good though.
Only mackerel. Tadpole is slowly catching the 2 in front, but I'm not sure he's going to catch them quick enough before the end of the race. Goggy's got to actually do something soon, though. He's just being a bit boring.
But the thing is, though,
he's not close enough this lap, though.
If he keeps pulling a move like that and moving back in the braking zone, he might rear lock it if he's not careful, or he might end up wasting a bit of tire life to where there will be punctures at the end of this. In the Qatar preseason event, we had punctures galore with the drivers not saving tire wear to the best of their abilities. Jack Miles leads this race, and he's won 3 season openers in the past before, swept season 16, and he won 1 in season 15. So maybe this one in Spain will go his way for a third different time for a third different team. Virtuosi and ART's won before with.
As Skits, JTK is getting a bit out of shape here in turn 3. Skits
Yeah, he
have a
is.
bit of a run on him.
Here we go.
Into turn 4. This could be absolutely... Oh, no, back up. Boring.
I think Skits wanted to maybe save it to kind of put some pressure on him later on in the lap. Valkyrie and FBL are trading places on our leaderboard as well while this is happening. You got Titan still defending from Metal now. That's for what's going to be the last place at this point, because I'm going to assume Metal can get that 10-second appealed, whereas the penalty Invade got, I don't think that's going to be removable.
Watching Titan Iron is just, it's cinema every single corner.
Is it
and
really?
Every single lap. It's amazing. It's just, stay on board with him for a while. It just gets more and more entertaining.
See what he does.
Anyway, he's not doing much lately. He wallops that curb, but yeah, I don't think the traction control's helping him. I think he does. Okay.
Also
He's
got
got a bit.
gears, I believe, too.
He's got a bit out of shape there. Medal could smell something here.
Yes, he is. He's flirting with the back of the rear wing of the Prema. You got Skither and the Trident
Oh,
flirting
someone's got
with
into the gravel there.
Campos. Whoa. Yup. Titan gets through on Invade now, so he's into the points on track and not just by the penalties. And meanwhile, Skither clears JTK finally. That's a battle we've been waiting for. Titan, Metal, Invade. That's the running order down the straight. And Josh, not going to be any points right now, but he set the fastest lap, though, after that spin. So he's still going fast and probably driving quite frustrated, to say the least, Egg.
Yes, I doubt he's particularly happy at the moment. But there's a few position changes still. It's all opening up a bit though, and Jack is pretty much gapped Goggy now.
Can I give Blue Goggy some props here, Egg? Because his preseason was horrible. Even in all tiers was. This tier especially, he got lapped. He was spinning all the time. He couldn't figure out the way these cars handle, and he seemed like he's the driver he was back at Bahrain at the end of last season, where he got the podium for the second time.
It's a remarkable turnaround from Blue Goggy. I was actually in his party just before I came here.
Ooh.
And Jack's gone incredibly wide. Where's he going? Blue Goggy might actually have a run here on Jack down the main straight. I don't think he's close enough actually.
Well, we saw a first win here just last season, Egg, with not Tight Iron, Trat Racer, excuse me. So maybe a first win lurking for Blue Goggy. Just having a peek in the braking zone, but cannot get through. Skither sets fastest lap. He's going to be trying to come on Minico now, but I don't think he can get there.
Metal for P8.
Yep. Here we go. Titan ducking out. Metal ducking to the left. Gonna go the long way around and gets the move done. Up into the points for Metal, but he slides, and I think Titan just barely tagged him.
Yeah, Titan sort of just drove into his arse in the apex.
A little silly.
But Titan's still in the points here. With penalties included. Oh, big snap for Medal. Titan could come back at him here. And there's a yellow flag.
Optical, I think.
Yeah, yes.
Not
a great day for the young man.
Wanted. He had some good battles in Tier 2 yesterday in the Alpine.
He's a newer driver to the league, I believe. And it's a learning process, these cars.
Yeah.
And he's currently learning. Definitely in the learning bit. Is RPL, who, despite being in these cars for quite a while now, still hasn't managed to get to grips with them. He's got Valk all over his arse. This could get absolutely scintillating.
Well, I'll tell you this about FPL and Titan, who you earlier mentioned. Whoa, that's close. I was just going to say, they have currently the active record for the ones to start the most races of any driver. They started every single F2 race last season. Let's see what their experience is like, as you saw Titan and Invade both run wide there at the last corner. They had to rejoin this race for just a moment, but Titan is within the DRS. They're moving around the straight, but is it enough to make the move? Titan going for the dive bomb. Titan late on the brakes, but can he get it stopped in time? He's right under the curbs, and he's so lucky that those curbs did not send him into the side of Metal's car right there, the two teammates he's in the middle of now, Metal and Invade.
Very nip player into turn one. And we have JTK still on the back of Skits, and Minico is now closed into the tadpole. So we might have some battles for the higher up positions here in the closing stages as well. Blue Gog is still thereabouts with Jack up front as well.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going away anytime soon. I don't think he's going to be out of DRS until he makes a mistake or until Jack turns on the jets. You know, there's no DRS in this, but I'm sure Jack is definitely not pushing to some extent. And Blue Goggy already going faster than he did the previous lap to that section. Impressive stuff from him. Retirement in the pit lane. Ricochet, RPL debut, not going the way you would have wanted it to. Unfortunate.
Optical is going to follow suit as well here.
Yeah, either that or go for a fastest lap, but I doubt it though. Save tires for the feature race, even if it's going to dry up. But I doubt it.
Another
Based on what the drivers were saying, wet feature race. So if You're just missing us.
This also will mean you can't actually overtake down this straight because there's yellow flags there. But definitely
true.
not be a problem with that.
Minico,
Minico
not close
right on the
enough.
back of that pole now.
Yeah, he's gonna have a chance here for DRS to be activated down into turn 11 next time. You know, some of the corners we've not talked about a whole lot. That is very tricky for drivers sliding the rears. Turn 1, turn 4, turn 5, turn 11. All those drivers have to be very careful of those sections with getting it stopped in time. And I think Blue Goggy is just out of DRS of Jack.
Unfortunate, but I think Jack's turned on the jets now. I think he's just going to coast home to a P1 in the sprint.
I don't know. Blue Goggy just got the DRS there, so he's still in it. He's not out of it entirely. But
Minico right on top of the bum hole now.
yep,
This
Minico
could,
trying to
this could
become
get saucy.
one of the first Canadian drivers to take a podium in F2 in quite a while. He'd be the first one to do it for himself as well in F2. Doesn't have a podium in this tier. First F2 race, going quite well so far. He had the trouble earlier on, same with Skits, recovering up to 4th and 5th. Very nicely done. And finally, I could say this with full confirmation onto the penultimate lap. Blue Goggy out of DRS of Jack.
Unfortunate, but good drive from Goggy, and he should really bring home P2 now. Just coast to the end. You've got a nice gap behind. Here goes Minico into turn 1.
Oh.
This is going to be cinema.
Making the move now. Gaining, alongside and ahead.
I think Tadpole let him go there. I think he wants DRS on the last lap, possibly.
Might be the last time they enable DRS this weekend.
See if he can stick with him, though.
For F2.
See if he can stick with him, though. Sorry?
Might be the last time they enable DRS this weekend for F2.
It could be. It could be. It depends. A wet feature, does that mean all the way through? Or I mean,
Maybe, but we gotta move. Meanwhile, Metal clears Jordan, and that's for 7th place. But will Metal have enough to appeal that 10-second time penalty as we get yellow flags? That is Valkyrie letting FPL go, and I think they just wanted to have a nice ding-dong battle to end off this race.
Haven't got any punches yet, which is interesting.
Maybe that's why Blue Goggy is kind of slow to kind of avoid one now. He's 2 seconds back from Jack.
Could be. And Tadpole is close to Minico here. Provided he makes no mistake in the final sector, it should be a pretty easy pass down to turn 1, but we'll see. JTK is also not miles away from Skits as well, so that could be interesting into turn 1.
2.2 seconds right there, and I just want to mention, we didn't mention this in the pre-race, but some very famous moments have happened in the season openers of F2. We got to wreck immediately. The interesting moment with Liam and Tim Sinclair, which allowed Beatnik to go through. That was for 3rd place to the win. Now for 3rd place in this race, Minico's trying to hold on, and Tadpole will go through in the last lap of the race into 3rd place for the podium place.
Good move by Tadpole there. Interestingly enough, that Leon and Tim Sinclair incident got me a podium in that race. So,
Yeah, that's true. Season 41 championship.
Got me P3, I think. Yeah, or P2. But yeah, here goes Minico. Can he make a move here? Would he go to the inside? No, boring.
But there's a lockup,
and they
though.
really are catching Blue Goggy.
Although they had the lockup, you're right. Yeah, they are catching Blue Goggy, and Tadpole just had a front lockup, though. It will cost them a little bit, but not a lot. And they are really close to Blue Goggy, so this is going to be close right there. Valkyrie and FBL trade places, but we're not going to focus on that. Right now, the battle is still for the podium, while Jack Miles has it all in front and under control.
He's driving like he's an AI. But
Well, I'm a bit worried if he is, because he's about to get caught right here, and I think he might just hold on. Jack Miles,
one more sector.
into the final corner,
anyway.
is going to pick up win number 20, but his 3rd win in Spain. The first time it was with Virtuosi, then ART, now it's with Trident. Jack Miles in RPL F2's return takes the victory. Blue Goggy, a scintillating podium for him, only his 3rd in F2, but after a horrid preseason, he's recovered quite well. Tadpole is 3rd, Minico 4th on RPL F2 debut for him, then Skither, then JTK, Jordan, and Titan gets points after Metal's 10-second penalty gets applied.
Absolutely incredible from Titan. Well done. Take a bow. Love it.
Prema, if they keep it, both cars in the points. Maybe not what Titan expected, but now we got a battle. We had 3 photo finishes yesterday. Now we're about to get another one. FBL trying to hang around the outside. Valkyrie sliding sideways, and it's gonna be almost dead even. mean, you know, we're going to look back at this race, though, and think Jack Miles picking up his 20th win, 3rd win in Spain, and 4th different in a season opener. But at the same time, though, I mean, looking back at other season opening moments just like that, we mentioned season 11 F2 having a new era with a lot of new drivers in the grid. Egg, you won round 1 before. You had Skither winning the opening rounds before. Jack winning an opening round before. Polo God, same thing for him. Beatnik as well, winning in Spain before after Florian's disqualification. A lot of iconic Spain and preseason opening moments, but we got more to create in just the feature race coming up, which is going to be quite wet. There are your points, by the way, and Skither was leading the championship for just about 15 minutes right there until this race ended. Right now, it's going to be Jack Miles taking the lead of the F2 championship, the former champion right there in the Trident. Trident is going to have quite the constructors lead as well. They've got Skither and Jack, 2 good favorites, 2 champions of the past. 1 and 3 in the Drivers' Championship, but 1-2 with their cars in the championship. 8 drivers scored points there. And here are your final sprint results. Driver of the day from the sprint, you got to give it to either Jack or Skither based on Skither's recovery and Jack's race that he had right there. Here are your full results from the event. We lost about 4 drivers there, which is really unfortunate, but you know what they say, Egg, you can always recover in the feature race. And I believe, if I'm correct, you were the one who won the feature race back in Season 10 in your championship season.
In the season opener or Spain?
Season opener.
Oh, I possibly did. I possibly did.
So it's going to be a dry start to wet, maybe, then, from what I'm hearing.
Yes. Interesting where they start on soft or hard, then.
Just check streams here quickly. Minico, does he have a stream up? Yes, he does. It's going to rain at the very, very end. So this will be a dry race at the very start, then get partly cloudy, then go to overcast, and then rain in the last few laps. That's what it's going to be like for the weather.
Right, so apparently, it's going to rain with like a lap to go or 2 laps to go, and everyone's going to have to stay out on dries on a wet track.
That is going to
absolute
be
cinema.
Fun. That is going to be treacherous. That is screaming Nürburgring 2007 if the rain is heavy enough. But probably not. Won't be heavy enough, I doubt it. Though. Just with handling, though, it will be like that, probably. Skither not happy with whoever took him out in one lap, lap 1, excuse me. Minico not happy with Valkyrie. Got some upset drivers, but obviously things can change for the feature race, which is starting in 10 seconds. Egg, what do you expect for the start, especially because positions will be crucial before the rain comes?
I think as long as the front 2 get away well, they should be okay.
The 5 red lights come on for the feature race in Season 19 Spain here. The lights out, away we go. And off the line, our pole sitter Skither looked like he got a better start there than Minico. Looks like a few cars in midfield bogged down, but Minico is going for the move already. Around the outside, the long way around. Can he keep it? Will he hold it? Minico of the inside line into turn 2 now. Now, around the outside, you have Josh company in the background. And off! The 2 leaders! The 2 leaders have had a big shunt, and through goes Josh! The debut driver in RPL F2!
Oh my god! That was always going to happen. I think it probably is Minico's fault there. But anyway, as
FPL
another
is off
spin,
too.
FPL spin.
But Minico and Skither,
that makes it a very interesting race.
They've come together before. This is not the first time between the 2.
That was so funny. I don't think either have any damage, so I think they'll be okay. But
that was a big shunt too from Skither. I think
that was a
the
massive
wall right there on
crash.
the right side. Might have side pod damage possibly.
I think you can because we've got that office on reduced, so I don't think side pod.
Maybe, don't know. But Valkyrie and Blue Goggy, they're past Wavy already. We got spots gained here. Valkyrie 6, Invade 6, Jack 2, Metal 2, Polo God 5, 2 for JTK and 3 for Jordan. But the 3 guys on the podium right now are maybe 2 names we didn't expect. Jordan, a former winner. Tadpole, a former winner. And Josh, the RPL F2 rookie. Here's your tires.
It could be Round 2 with Skits and Minico. No, Skits doesn't go for it. Probably smart. But this could be interesting. If they're just going to drive by themselves the rest of the race, this could get hot.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye out for them, but right now up in front of that, Metal is hustling the back of Jack here, and a car is going wide up in front of that. That is Jack going wide right there in the Trident. Big surprise right there. A rare mistake from Jack, and now Wavy and Vader side by side. Wheel-to-wheel action here for 2 rows deep. Bit of touching between the two, but it is Invade getting in front. And I'll tell you right now, based on the way things look, if it's not Josh, once everything kind of cycles out, it could be JTK becoming our 75th different F2 winner here tonight.
I believe the sauce will last about 4 or 5 laps.
Maybe
so
6,
it will be
7
very interesting.
at the most.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they can take the softs.
Ricochet had a move there.
Have
Polo
caught
God.
up to the big
Nice
train
move.
as well. So
Yeah, very true. Very, very, very true. DRS enabled this time. And Josh setting his sights in the front of the field. Fastest lap for him. And what can the rookie do? Ricochet picks up a 3-second time penalty. Track limits can be a bit costly around here, but I'm a bit surprised based on the fact that it is happening this early already. Some ducking out in the midfield, but we have a move further back. It is Minico on Optical. How do Minico and Skither get to the field now that they've both clashed already? Interesting stuff, because they both have to do it together, and here
good
comes
move by
Skither
Skits.
going through.
Yeah, he saw a gap and he really has to follow Minico through here, otherwise he's going to fall behind. So good move by him to stay with Minico. And these guys really should just cut through the field. This is the most entertaining thing. When quick drivers are behind slow drivers, it causes absolute chaos. So yeah, it could be interesting.
Looks like Ricochet is losing touch with the Prema in front of him and is really not close at all to this pack. And now it's caused Minico to try to make the move on Polo God at an unorthodox place. Side by side there, Polo God goes off, has to rejoin this race, and he's going to be behind Skither and maybe behind Optical. He just slots in behind Skither and Minico.
Minico getting out of shape there. It's him and Skits could be side by side again. Oh my god, this is unbelievable.
Almost a bit of touching there between the pair of them. Minico and Skither both went off on the start of this race. Now they're both trying to go off on drivers, getting up places here. Now Ricochet running wide at the last corner. Minico, can he take advantage and try and claw his way back up to points here? He's just 2 places away if he can make this move.
There he goes into turn 1. Will he go for it? He will, and will Skits be able to follow him? That's the question. Can Skits follow him through? Here goes Minico. He gets the move done. Skits does the exact same thing he did last lap. He doesn't done yet though. It's going to be up into turn 4. I think he's going to have enough though on the inside to get it done. Here we go into turn 4. And yes, it looks like he just about gets the move done.
Ricochet gets overtaken by 2 cars, but I want to give him some props. He's not league raced in 3 years. He's having at least a quiet race, though, although he's probably not done a lot of F2 running so far, to say the least. Either way, up in front of that, Metal was on the move on Jack, but just could not complete the move. And you had FBL just moments ago calling it quits in the pits.
Yes, I think we're probably approaching the crossover maybe between hards and softs. Maybe
Might be a
next
lap. Might be a lap, yeah. I think. Oh,
I
car going wide.
think-
That is Wavy. Wavy has lost a place now to Jack, and he's going to be right next to the other Red Bull livery car of Metal. Sorry, go ahead.
It's yeah, it's approaching the crossover point, and Tadpole and JTK in a very nice spot here. Tadpole could go for a move here on Jordan into turn 1. Jordan goes defensive. Oh my god!
Tadpole through.
Done.
Yep, got dicey right there, and it got complete. Jack through on Invade, and further on back, Metal and Wavy. Metal ahead of Wavy. Further on back, Skither and Minico still remain close, but Polo God is now ahead of Optical for 15th place. I don't really think it's going to be...
Oh, there's a spin!
Oh, that is Wavy. Wavy is off, and he somehow didn't fully go around there at the end of it after he was struggling to get back on the power and the gravel.
It's a major bottle by Wavy, and he's not had a great weekend.
He really hasn't had a great return to F2 when he returned in season 18 as well. Jordan,
Penalty.
costly penalty.
JTK might be able to follow Tadpole through here, as I think the hards are now quicker.
Hold on,
than the
Skither on
soft.
Minico. Skither was just close to getting alongside Minico, and he's going to do
Oh,
it
he
this
could
time,
go
I
for
think.
it.
He's within the slipstream. DRS is powerful, but the problem is they both have it.
I think also Minico might be using low wings by the looks of it, because he did just pull away. Oh, it skids up the inside though. Can he make it work? Round the outside now. It's getting pretty loosey-goosey between these two.
Yes, it is, and it's very, very scary stuff. Jordan has been overtaken, and he's into the pits. This
It's
is very
pits.
early from the softs. I'm surprised.
It is.
I thought the softs would have gone another lap or two from him if anyone would have come early, but now we got Blue Goggy making a move on the main straight. He is through now on Valkyrie. Optical picks up a 3-second, and further on back, Invade and Metal, the two teammates, are going to swap it around.
Titan's sitting comfy in P9. He's got the two rapid boys behind him, but I think he'd be happy with his race so far.
Polo God.
As
no
a
friend
wide,
there of
Invade
Ricochet.
bowls a wide. Oh my god.
That is not good from Invade. Invade gonna maybe give up a place if he continues to do stuff like that. Luckily, though, they remain put. Remember, top 10 get points in this one. Oh! Minico! And Skither again!
Oh, no.
Minico went off! And Skither is now both off with Minico. Minico went off and then collected the side of Skither, and he is around again.
Fireworks. It's scintillating. Minico won't be getting points here, I don't think. Skits might still, probably will, but
That was a big, big ball
yeah.
from Minico. He's lost his head.
I didn't actually see what happened.
Titan on Invade. Titan going down the inside. Late lunge. Titan gets the move done. Fair play from Titan. Also, Polo God now trying to hang on with Skither, but I think he realizes this is not his race. He's just trying to learn and gets overtaken. Josh is into the pit lane on the softs. Valkyrie is also coming in too. You remember, you got to get it woed down in this pit lane. There's still that big bump there. It's not as heavy as it was in years prior. But with Minico, you were wondering what happened there. I'll tell you what happened. Minico, I think, was trying to hold on from Skither, went wide there into the gravel on the curb, and he just, once you get in the grass and try to accelerate even the slightest in this game, you are going to go off, and Minico really went off, and he plowed into the side of Skither right there.
Not ideal. As Skit stays out for another lap, he's him and Ricochet, the only drivers to not pit from the softs yet. And we'll see if the overcut works for him.
Wavy Knife, Ricochet, two drivers who apparently collided in the sprint race just a little bit ago. Make some overtakes on each other. Wavy had a Ricochet, and Ricochet sliding the rear. That is a very upset rear, to say the least. But, you know, I've raced with him in years prior. He had some good races at the circuit prior in F1 cars, but I doubt he's got the experience here in F2 cars. Probably just trying to learn, have some fun, and guys like Polo God who are on the back foot as well, they're just going to be, and same with FBL who retired from this race, they're going to be all about learning these first few weeks with whatever this is for the brand new F2 season for Imola next week.
I think this win is probably.
Oh, Minico is
between
around too
Josh
again.
and-
Minico
God.
and Optical, both were, but I only
He's
saw Optical
lost his
around,
edge.
but Optical's again around.
Had lost, and he's now is refusing to go anywhere.
I think he was trying to, but he got back on the power a little too much.
Yeah, head completely gone, and
Hold on.
it's showing. Ooh.
JTK is now through into the lead over Tadpole. He still has to pit. Same with Tadpole. We'll watch this in a moment. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, Minico showed so much promise in Qatar in preseason, and it's clearly showing he I don't know if it was a lack of practice, because I think he did practice. I think it's just a lack of. Oh, and he's in the wall. He's in the wall. No, he's not. He's avoided the wall, but he's off the track, and he's now. Oh, I think there's gonna be a retirement in the pit lane. That's the way it's going here
He's
for
been
Minico.
lapped, yeah. You're right.
No, he hasn't been lapped. He's been overtaken. He's last. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see. I see. I thought they were about to get lapped. Okay. Well, they are about to get lapped, but yeah.
They could have a battle for P15 between him and Optical, but yeah, I think Minico is going to go into the pits here.
And that's disappointing. I expected a lot from
Yes.
Minico today. I had high hopes for him considering the amount of pace he had in time trial. Time trial more like online in F2 quite a bit, and yeah, we've lost him from this race, which is very unfortunate. Our two leaders are continuing to stay out, but Wavy is in a battle with Polo God for 8th place. Doesn't look like anything will be making of that there this time, but this is one of the closest battles on track we saw just a lap ago, and Optical, again, not the F2 debut he would have wanted either. He had some good battles in the Tier 2 race yesterday that we saw posted, but right now, Jack Miles and Blugagi, they were battling it out in the sprint race, but this time, they're going toe-to-toe more often, and actually alongside. Jack ahead, Blugagi has to settle for 4th place, and Metal right there is there to challenge. Alright, sounds good. Egg having to go AFK if you're wondering why that is. I totally understand why you had to disinclude your audio for that. But Ricochet into the pit lane, going for his first stop of this race, and he's one who's not giving up from this race. But like I said, he's going to be one about learning throughout this. Oh, Tadpole runs very, very wide there onto the curb out of turn 10 right there. So, something to mention ahead of the rest of this weekend, by the way, for those of you wondering, we still have more races to come. Only F1 Tier 1 later tonight in Bahrain for those guys. That'll be the last of Bahrain for the weekend. Then the rest of the races to come starting next week. Tier 3 is in Saudi. Tier 2 is in Qatar. We got F2's next round in Imola. And that is where we'll be next week. Make sure you still tune in on RPL Formula 1 for the action. These guys still yet to pit, and I'm not going to be surprised if they extend quite a bit. Let's look at the cloud cover. This is a round where it was supposed to be partly cloudy, and I see a little bit of clouds forming, but I think if that rain's going to hit us, it's absolutely going to be the last lap, and right now, we're going to have a move. 4th place on the cards, not going to happen there. Metal could not tackle Blugagi down for 4th place. Into the pits, though, is Skither on soft tires. No surprise there. He was one of the last ones on the softs, and this will definitely set him quite well for the end of the race, being on fresher hards. But like the opening stint of the race with what happened with Minico, it's basically been game over since then. You're only hoping for a safety car, a VSC, and you know what? To be fair to these drivers, Egg, as you come back, we've not had a single VSC or safety car this entire weekend. Yellow flags, that's for Ricochet.
Yeah, I think we might get a VSC if this guy continues to spin every corner. But yeah,
He's just not used to the F2 cars, I think.
Yeah, it's a hard car to get used to because of the rear lock.
A lot different than last game. Lot
But
different.
out front, still JTK and Tadpole. And they still have to pit. Where will they come out? What's the pit loss time? You might know that.
I don't know it for F2, but I'm going to say based on where other drivers have come out, I'm going to guess it's going to be around where Josh is, because there is a good hole to fit in between Polo God and Jordan, even if they come around Josh. For the lead, will we have a change in hands once again? Yes, we will. Tadpole will reclaim it, but will he clear him before turn 1? Yes, he will. Tadpole into the lead of this race, and right now, Jack Miles and Blugagi going toe-to-toe once again. Blugagi, wheel-to-wheel and ahead. And Polo God is into the pit lane a little early for the hard runners, but I'm not surprised, though, with the rain coming toward the last lap. I mean, it's getting partly cloudy, a lot more cloudier, like it is supposed to. It was supposed to run the halfway point, might be a little late compared to what it was, so I'm expecting rain on the last lap rather than the last 2.
Rain right at the end could be spicy. Yeah, it's all calm at the moment as Polygod makes his way out of the pit. Skit's still P12. Can he get a point? Is the question really? Can he salvage something from this pretty poor weekend by his standards?
Let me see, what team is Tadpole in? Tadpole is in Virtuosi. So Tadpole prior has won 5 F2 races, on level with VCR Vettel and Oxtez in terms of F2 wins. He could put himself equal with you, Egg, if he wins today. But for Virtuosi's sake, they would tie High Tech in terms of all-time wins at 27 if they can just get the job done here. Into the pit lane comes Jack Miles, our sprint race winner. He's got to get it in. He locks up the brakes just to get it under 37, which is the mile-per-hour speed limit. And he does get it in safely. Tadpole is now right on the side of JTK. He's now going to try a little up and under if he can get through, but he won't get through. He's going to have to just stay in behind him and take this careful, because this battling, if they do continue to do so, will hinder them in their battle with what's going to be Josh, who will be on the disadvantage on tires.
Ricochet, another spin there. Yeah, I think the advantage they can have on the softs will be absolutely massive. As Jack hasn't... Oh no, Jack's come out just behind Jordan, so there's quite a big No, tell you what, I think JTK and Tadpole aren't going to be a million miles away from Josh, are they? Like,
No, not at
they'll
all.
be maybe about 5 seconds from Josh, I'd say.
Um,
So yeah,
yeah.
could be spicy.
Titan Iron. Ooh, picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not good, getting him into the penalty box for the first time this race. He'll be back for commentary later on today in Tier 1 for those of you wanting to tune into action at Bahrain. All the Tier 1 drivers should enjoy that one. Egg, you'll be in the Ferrari. Nice to see you there.
I will be in. Oh my God! Tadpole, JTK spun me in the pit lane. Oh no, it was Ricochet. Oh, silly me. And he's been disqualified. Right, I thought for a minute it was JTK spinning in the pit lane.
I'm
But,
so
it
lucky
was,
I
it was
missed
a lap.
that for a second.
And he got DSQ.
Oh no!
I'll flip it. Blue Goggy is completely bottled.
Goggy has inherited a 10-second time penalty into the pits. All the hard runners are in. We're looking at Josh now. How far
Okay, what we need
will he
is a
be
safety car this lap.
in this
Right
race?
now.
Yes,
Get
Titan
Tyson.
Iron extending. Now, you know what? Here's the interesting thing, okay? I'm not going to say he can make it the whole way on hards, but was this declared a wet race with there being wet action at the end? If so, could he go the full way on hards? May he
That would be
try it?
absolutely cinema.
It has to be declared a wet race in order for him to do that. And you were exactly right, Egg. 5 seconds behind Josh right here with JTK and Tadpole. They have to get going.
Yeah, look at that. It's almost like I play this game.
I don't. I do. I do, but not often. So. Commentators
yes,
have no
JTK
real
and Tadpole,
knowledge.
the hunt is on.
compared to the drivers.
The chase is on. Can they catch Josh 433?
I'm
win.
very curious though where Titan would come out. I mean, based on your calculations, as Jack gets Jordan there for 5th place, I'm quite curious to where Titan would come out. I think based on your calculations, it would be just inside the points, but I mean he's got the penalty though, so that'll be costly, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, I think he has to extend. And he's not extending. He's in. He's in boring.
Stay out more, Titan. Come on.
Honestly, it's so
That'd
boring.
have been so fun. That'd have been so fun if we got the safety car. Man.
I see some grey clouds. Do you?
Yes, it is getting much more cloudier.
Grey
And it's supposed to be fully overcast by about lap 15. If that's the case, rain will come on the last lap. Maybe at the end of the last lap, but if that's the case, it'll reduce grip. And here we go. Tadpole trying to reduce JTK's chances of staying in front here by the braking zone. Skither set fastest lap while his teammate is just trying to hang on for 4th place. Jordan has to stay in DRS here if he wants to try and catch Tadpole and JTK with Jack. But the gap for the lead, Mr. Egg, 4.4. We need to see this gap continue to come down or else it's not going to be enough.
I think they need to stop squabbling and start catching. Tadpole needs to they need to DRS swap basically and just help each other out.
It's like
because at the moment their
Tadpole's
best result is competing.
It's like Tadpole's kind of cosplaying what Kibhu did yesterday in the Tier 2 race, if you remember.
Yeah, was it right at the end? He battled JTK and
Yeah, right on the last lap, cost them a chance to both go for it. But it was
if
smart
you
though.
haven't watched
for
that,
P2,
though, go and
just
watch
not
that.
P1.
Honestly, what a race! What a race!
Yeah, it was. It was
P2
our
race.
first S-tier race of the season. Absolutely. You know what?
I think it's
although
like the first S2. Yeah.
although it's
incredible.
yeah, just sorry. I was just gonna say, although it's been quite a spread out race, as we now have Polo God and Invade going wheel to wheel. I was just gonna say how, although it has been spread out and a little boring. Oh, banging! Polo God through momentarily. He had to hit Invade in order to get by him, but all 3 Red Bull livery cars running right against each other. I was just going to say, although it's been boring, it's been very interesting considering the circumstances because, really, if you look at where qualifying was at, it was meant to be Minico and Skither, and now it's 3 different contenders.
Yeah, this is. I think if Minick and Skits had just walked away with it, it would have been a bit of more boring.
Would have been a battle, but
I just want some rain. Get some rain.
Oh, spin! Polo God rode the curb, and he went right in front of Titan, and almost.
Oh, he's beached! He's beached!
He is. He's stuck.
Oh,
He has to reverse. He's so lucky he got out of that. But our 9-time F2 winner has really not had the start to the season he would have wanted. Sorry, 10-time F2 winner. One was missing, but the one that's missing today in terms of action is Polo God today. He's not had good action, and Yeah, Wavy and Vade, they have the battle for the last point spot. Can Titan Iron get back with it on the soft tires and claim the last point, even with the penalty?
Yeah,
But
I
3
think
seconds. For the lead.
Titan on the back of Invade as well. Here we go.
Oh, yep, you're right. Sorry to miss that. Here we go. Titan, pinching, squeezing, leaning on each other. Oh! What a save from Invade. Titan through.
Yeah, that's a bit naughty for Titan. Bit naughty,
They're
but
gonna trade again. They're gonna trade again here, Egg. Here we go. Tadpole through into second
Ooh.
place in this race. He gets the overtake done.
oh no god, spun again.
Blue Goggy now on Jordan. Blue Goggy has a penalty, so does Jordan, and Jordan is pinching Blue Goggy. Blue Goggy is through, but just hangs on. Wow.
I don't think that gap is coming down quick enough.
I don't think it is. I think they're getting it down, but not enough. You saw how much those soft tires wore out, but Josh's tires are going to be quite worn too by the end of this race, so it's not just one part of the tail.
I just want it to rain. Add some spice to it.
It's gonna rain. I just don't know if it's gonna rain in time for there to be enough grip reduced here for such crazy action. Speaking of action, one retirement again on the pit lane. Polo God, 5th one to lose from this race. Unfortunate stuff from him, from the driver returning to F2. It's coming down now. Look at this. Did Josh make a mistake? 2.7 now. It might be too little too late though, Egg. That's the problem with these guys trying to catch Josh. You can catch him all you want, but is it enough?
Tadpole's got to put the burners on here. And he's in view now. I mean, give him, that must be more motivation for Tadpole. Come on, Tadpole. Get a move on. As JTK might go for it here. This is a problem. They catch
Can't do
catches
this.
right at the end of the straight and it slows it down.
They can only DRS swap, but the problem is they didn't do it to perfection that time. They lost 2/10 right there on the straight, and now we got a battle. 3 abreast! Jack Skither, Jack Miles' teammate in the background, going through. Metal right there with Goggy. And what has happened? We can't see it because we're communicating with online services. Now we see it. But Goggy is ahead of Metal, then Skither, then Jordan. That's what's happened. While Valkyrie has just encountered a 3-second time penalty, making the battle with him and Titan more closer for the points.
Very scintillating battle. Skits is he's going to get points here. It's just damage limitation for the championship because he is the championship contender after all. We already know that.
Why does it keep doing that? Communicating with online services.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's looking very ominous now in places on the track. It looks very, very dark indeed, but I don't think it's going to get wet.
Yeah, definitely not going to make it a wet track to where they have to trumble around on softs or hards, but it probably will rain as soon as they start crossing the line. And for guys like Invade, Valk, and Titan battling for the last point, that could be treacherous. 2.3. We need to see the gap. Come on.
No!
Oh my goodness, JTK has just picked up a 3-second time penalty.
That's a major bottle.
Tadpole now going through again on the penultimate lap. Remember, JTK has never won an F2 race. He's only full-time this season for the first time in F2. Tadpole's been full-time in a lot of F2 seasons prior. And Josh has never raced in RPL F2 until today, let alone RPL as a whole. He is one of the people Kipu raced with, and he's been brought over to Kipu's Young Driver Academy and has really made his name here tonight so far on debut.
This is a very good performance. He'll be the championship leader by my calculations. So,
I don't know. Maybe.
Actually, maybe not.
Maybe Tadpole would.
It'd be him or Tadpole. Yeah. Or Jack.
Yeah, would be one of those 3. But still would be a 3-way fight at the front.
It would.
I love communicating with online
I think
services.
he's gonna hang on here. He really shouldn't lose this now.
But
And
a
it's just not
mistake
gonna rain,
from
is it?
Josh is more costly. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna rain. I see what you mean. Maybe too little too late. Final lap about to be underway. And right now, the ART driver is doing all he can to pick up the team's 36th win, but become the 75th different F2 winner. He's on his debut, and he's a rookie heading into turn 1, leading this race. But for right now, second place is up for grabs, at least on track. JTK is up and through.
Yeah, it seems like the softs at the start were the way to go. Get the extra grip off the line and then hang on to the hards as long as you can. Skits has made his way past Jack, the two teammates swapping there. Can he find a way past Golgi, who has a penalty? It's, might
Jack
be able
losing
to,
time.
down the inside.
Jack losing places. This is disappointing from Jack, who had quite a promising sprint race.
I think, yeah, Jack's not done as much practice as others. Skits going for it on Blue Goggy here, down, round the outside of turn 5.
Fair recovery from Skits, by the way. He's done quite a well job here to get back up to where he needs to, I would say.
Yeah,
Tadpole is still
P4
within
is a
DRS,
good
but
result.
it's not going to be enough, Egg.
No, I think, well done to Josh, good performance. These two behind him haven't helped themselves with the squabbling, but yeah, a good race by Josh.
In his RPL debut, he was brought into this league just 2 months ago. And his first weekend of racing here, he'll become the 75th different winner of F2 and take his first win. Josh 433 takes the checkered flag. Tadpole hangs on for second, and JTK gets his first F2 podium. Then it's Skither. Then it's Blue Goggy on track. Then Metal, who overtakes him, and Jack, who gets him as well for 6th. Jordan gets 7th. Blue Goggy's 10-second penalty was very, very costly. Valk and Titan, the last ones to come across the line, and it will be Titan in the points just behind his teammate Blue Goggy.
Yes.
Josh
Double
433.
points for Titan, love it.
Welcome to the F2 Winners Club, my friend. What a race he put on. He put on, I would say, quite the lights to flag, race, considering Skither and Minico both crashed out, and he took advantage.
Yeah, it's, I think had they not done that in turn 3 on the opening lap, it would have been an easy win for one of them, or it would have been an easy one too. But look at that, Josh is the championship leader by a single point to Tadpole. Skits
Wow.
3rd, and then Jack will be 4th. So Skits has actually done quite well to limit damage there, despite us saying he had a shocker, or me saying he had a shocker.
He lifts the
Well done,
trophy,
Skits as well.
and he sprays the champagne as a first-time F2 winner. To your point, he does lead the championship, and yeah, 5 points between the top 3. Actually, 7 points between the top 5. This is going to be quite the championship, I think, this season for F2. If guys like Griffiths, who are, I think, faster than a lot of people here, maybe Skither, who usually do have attendance issues, do end up having that happen. We had 11 drivers score points in the events tonight. And here are your final feature race results here. A first win from Josh. Skither from pole only managed 4th. I'd say my driver of the day for this event, I mean, Josh, Skither, and Metal, my top 3 based on what happened there. Good recovery drive by Skither once again. Metal had a really good race from where he qualified. He's usually better in F2 cars than F1, so promise for him this season as well. Invade says it's why he hired him, because of the good pace in F2 compared to F1. And if I had to give one driver of the day alone, yeah, it's Josh. Josh, first win. We don't know anything about him coming into this league. He raced in a league with Kipu heading into this prior, and Kipu's got to be a happy young team principal.
Yes, a very scintillating opening round of the F2 season, and my driver is going to be Josh. One on debut, basically. Simple as that. Well done. Blue Gog, though,
The RPL rookie. The RPL rookie takes the win. How about that? That's such a good thing to see. You know what? And I think we could have a first win later today. I feel like we have quite the weekend with first-time winners. We've had Invade already have it happen. We had now Josh win. Maybe Leo Lund will win later on today. I don't know. Looking like it. Titan said he couldn't extend any longer. Aggie, he tried. He was on 76% in the left front.
You should have just gone to the end, buddy. What you playing at?
Wow. And Jack says as well, to his point, Trident are leading constructors.
Yes, they are, because both drivers did something, unlike most of the other teams.
That is very true. Yeah, those were the two teams that had quite consistency. And you know what? I think to a point that Jack made privately, that maybe should not be revealed, but would be mentioning about why was Titan and Gagi put in the Prema, kind of ruining Prema's legacy, as they have 63 wins and 5 titles to their name in F2. I will say, fair play on them getting both their drivers in the points today. After preseason, I did not expect both drivers to get points. I figured it'd only be Titan Iron on the occasion, and Gagi every once in a while as well. But both drivers did a good job today too. Good shout out to them.
Indeed.
Yeah, really good stuff right there. Josh is my driver of the day from the feature race, and the sprint race that after go to Jack or Skiller with the recovery. I mean, I don't remember who I gave it to, but either one right there was pretty good. And yeah, 2 F2 winners, one who's won before. Jack now in 20 wins. He's just 1 spot away from that 4th place spot, with Reese Dainty there getting equal with him on wins. You got Josh now getting into the winners club. You have a total of, I believe, 25, 26-ish drivers who've won 1 race in F2. Will he be a one-win wonder for a while, or will he get another F2 win? We'll find out next week here in Imola when we resume to action for F2. The rest of this weekend, though, resumes in Bahrain to end off the weekend later on today in 2 hours' time for action. Until next time, Ryan Searles and Egg, your 2 commentators, signing off, and have a good one. We'll see you then for later on tonight.